turns out we're getting a new SDX drop from The Sims. So I'm gonna load up my game and we're gonna figure out what we got today. Now, in case you missed it, The Sims did post this little teaser yesterday on the site formerly known as Twitter. So we think as a community, we're getting Vitiligo as a beauty update. Now, back in January, The Sims did post this prepare for a sensationally used season where they teased that we were going to get new kits and a beautiful SDX drop. Now, when I saw this teaser trailer, I always think that we're going to get the new content in the order that it appears in the actual teaser. So in January, we got the fan voted kits. And now in February, we're getting the SDX drop. Now, I was hoping that we were going to get a little bit more than this in February. So I guess that might be soon to come. But I anticipate that we're going to get a stuff pack in March. And we're going to get 2 more kits in April. So it does look like Vitiligo is the update that they are sharing in this SDX drop. Let me go ahead and open this article and we can read what they're talking about. So it says Vitiligo skin feature in The Sims 4. Developer talks about the new update and Winnie Harlow collaboration. Okay, it's a collab with Winnie Harlow. That makes this significantly cooler than I thought it was gonna be. So it says, Ash is thrilled to introduce to us the newest addition to skin details in Create a Sim, Vitiligo. Skin details are an important area of focus for the dev team as we remain committed to expanding representation in The Sims 4. So they talk about how they added birthmarks, stretch marks, scars, freckles, etc. And now we have Vitiligo. So this article looks like it dives into how they developed it, but then there's a section here that says how it works. After you download today's update, you'll find the new Vitiligo assets in Create a Sim. Go to Skin Details category in either face or body. The new assets will show up right before the birthmarks that were delivered with the Growing Together base game update. You can choose patches for your Sim's face, upper torso, lower torso, arms, and legs. There's more than one variant for some of them. And then as far as the Winnie Harlow partnership, it says The Sims is partnering with supermodel and beauty entrepreneur Winnie Harlow to introduce this update. And they have a hyperlink. Where are they hyperlinking to? Okay, they're hyperlinking to her Instagram. But yeah, that's Winnie Harlow. So yeah, it says Winnie was an avid Sims player in her youth. And the quote they have here is, "It's magical to see the Sims 4 team introduce this new Vitiligo feature. As a child, I spent a lot of time playing The Sims, and I think it's so beautiful to be able to represent your true self in the game." Okay, I'm realizing I didn't watch the video that was in the article, so I'm gonna do that now. Oh, the voice in the teaser was Winnie Harlow. That's so cute. I like that she's narrating with her Sim self. Not feet pics for free. This is so cute. Is this Spa Day promo again? Oh, her favorite packs. That's so cute. Spa Day, Modern Luxe, and the Vintage Glamour stuff. I did notice that Modern Luxe stuff was in the teaser, and I'm glad they have it addressed here. Okay, they end this article with some FAQs. Can I choose the color of my Sim's Vitiligo? And they say no, because it depends on the hue and tone of the skin color that you choose. They do say that you can layer Vitiligo with other skin details, except for birthmarks, because it uses the same technology as birthmarks. And apparently they will act the same as birthmarks. So you can't layer multiple of them, and they don't automatically transition between frames, younger to older, feminine to masculine. Teens will keep the same skin details for the rest of their lives, though, as long as they use the same frame. So, okay, well, yeah. So the SDX drop that we got that they were hyping up in the seasonal trailer was Vitiligo. If you look closely at the little icon, there is a little bit of like skin variation happening at the top of the head. That could have been a little Easter egg. And I did not notice that the first time I saw this. What's funny is I did make a video recently on what Black Simmers want to see in The Sims 4. And I did bring up Vitiligo as one of the skin details that they wanted to see added to the game. So I am happy that they are adding this feature and they're adding it as a base game update, an SDX drops. So let me boot up my game and let's actually take a look at this. Okay, so I got the pop-up for a new Sims Delivery Express. I'm gonna go ahead and restart my game now. Basically, Sims Delivery Expresses, the SDX drops, are supposed to be ways for them to deliver new content to us without us having to completely overhaul our mods. Just ways for them to give us quick game updates. Now, let me just go into Create a Sim by starting a new game. Okay, so apparently we can find it in the skin details. And as I click through here, I am seeing the different options as well as other things that my game thinks is new and I don't think is. So we can select vitiligo for different parts of our Sims bodies. This is so freaking interesting. Oh, and depending on which part of the body we select, we can layer the vitiligo in different areas. This is actually so neat. Okay, so the vitiligo is not affecting the body hair, which is what they said in the FAQs. This is the vitiligo for the body. Now, if I go to the face and I click in skin details, we should have vitiligo here as well. And aha, here. Okay, this is actually really neat. And there's patches for different parts of the face that look like there's more or less vitiligo. And they have a lot of options here. This seems pretty cool to me. I'd be interested in knowing what someone with vitiligo thinks about all of the options that we have. To me, I think this is pretty cool that we have all these different options. They did say that it should change a little bit with the skin tone. If I make the sim a little darker, aha, they did change a little bit. If I go back, the actual hue of the vitiligo changes depending on what the skin tone is of the sim. If I go down here to a more neutral skin tone, it does change a little bit. So I think the update's really cool, but I am interested in knowing what people with vitiligo or people who know people with vitiligo think of this update. Sometimes surface level representation satisfies me because I'm not intimately familiar with what it's like to have these different skin conditions. So I am curious of what people who have these skin condition actually think about how it's represented in the game. I did make a video where I mentioned that vitiligo is one of the things that Black Simmers want to see in The Sims. And if you want to see the rest of what I said that Black Simmers want to see in The Sims, make sure you check out that video next. Until next time, y'all, dag dag!